I've just arrived at Ljubljana Airport. I gotta say, it's probably one of the best views I've ever seen from an airport. Right, I better go find Brad and Si. They're parked around here somewhere. And with that, we set off on our 3-week trip around several of the Balkan states. First stop, the capital of Slovenia, Ljubljana. As we approached the city, I wondered what our hostel would be like, as it had a rather unique history. So the hostel used to be a prison. Pretty amazing. I don't know what's going there, some kind of music practice. There's a guy just
I see,
crouching on the...
What a legend.
With dusk approaching, we set off towards the city centre. The city of Ljubljana dates back to around the 12th century, although there have been settlements there since 2000 BC. Walking down the river, I was amazed by the architecture lit up by the city lights. The next morning we set off for Lake Bled. Chilling at Lake Bled. The lake is known for its famous island, as well as Bled Castle, which looms above the lake. One of my favourite parts of the walk was the southern bank, which has a great view of the island. It felt like we'd gone back in time as the church bells rang across the lake. After walking around the lake, we headed to the nearby Vintgar Gorge. Like a ghost town. The main scenic area of the gorge was fenced off, so we decided to head back to the hostel for the evening. The next morning we visited Metelkova, an art and cultural centre based in former army barracks in Ljubljana. Full of street art and sculptures, Metelkova is a unique experience. Quite chilled during the day, the area often becomes a hive of activity at night. This was all heaving last night. Bars were open, people here chatting, drinking. Really cool area to see. We headed back to the city centre one last time before our departure. Having seen Ljubljana's beautiful architecture at night, I wanted to explore during the day. We took the funicular railway to the heights of Ljubljana Castle to take in the legendary views of the city. Originally built in the 11th century, most of the present day structure dates back to the 15th century. There have been several renovations and reconstructions since then though. We continue to Preseren Square, where several of Ljubljana's most famous landmarks can be found, including the Franciscan Church with its pink facade and the triple bridges across the river. I was sad to have such a short time in Ljubljana, but our next destination was calling. Our next stop was the coastal town of Piran, close to Slovenia's border with Italy. On the way to Preseren, we decided to take a detour to Skocjan Caves Regional Park. A vast system of karst limestone caves lies beneath the ground of Skocjan Regional Park. Unfortunately, the caves were closed when we arrived. We could, however, hike the dramatic hollow below the village of Skocjan. The views were beyond anything I'd expected. Wow, what a place. Wow, this is just ridiculous scenery. Slovenia has a long beekeeping tradition, so we decided to buy some local honey liqueur to try after our drive to Piran.
Yes? I'll just get in you. Oh no, it's okay.
As we lugged our backpacks down the hill, Piran's streets and passages became increasingly narrow and winding. After we arrived at the hostel, we took a stroll around the town before returning for the night, ready to scale the town walls the next day. Piran has a rich and varied history. At different times, Piran has belonged to, among others, the Roman Empire, the Republic of Venice, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Napoleonic Empire, Italy, Yugoslavia, and now Slovenia. Welcome to Piran! Construction of the oldest walls in Piran date back to the 7th century. Most of the walls you can see here date back to the 15th and 16th centuries.
So they say we can see Chester through this. That'd be something. Budapest.
Being part of the Republic of Venice from 1283 to 1797, the town's medieval architecture was built in the Venetian style, making it feel very different to the Slovenia we'd experienced so far. We approached Piran's main square, named Tartini Square after Giuseppe Tartini, Piran's most famous resident, a violinist and composer born during Piran's Venetian period. Right, I've heard one of the best things to do in Piran is a 360 of the main square, so here we go. It being quiet in Piran, being the low season, although this had given us a chance to explore without the crowds. I love to see the contrast with other parts of Slovenia, a reminder of the varied history in the region, even in recent times. I enjoyed the short time I had in Slovenia, from the contrast of the regal old town and the artsy Metelkova in Ljubljana to the mind-blowing landscape of Skocjan Caves, the mystery of Piran's Venetian corridors. As always, thanks for watching and see you next time.